So what do you offer inside Space to Grow?
So I offer coaching. I'm here to help people the same way that I was helped in finding my path through rehabilitation into the space where I'm at now. So when I finished school, I jumped straight out into a trade and I just immersed myself in the tradie culture the same way that everyone does, I think. I was just hanging out with my mates, having a laugh, getting through each day, and then smashing schoolies. Seriously, I was the dad drinking a long neck in the car, waiting to pick the kids up, busting for a piss, and yeah, that went on for ages, man. Smashing pies, unhealthy food, KFC. You think you're killing it till you're not, and it all becomes a problem. And the wheels fall off so slowly that you don't know they're falling off until you're sitting on your ass. And for me, that was the form of lower back pain. Anyone who knows me knows I was in pain for years. That pain led me into depression. It was a hole. It was a shitty hole to be in. I couldn't snowboard the way I wanted to. I couldn't ride my dirt bike the way I knew I could. And I was not the best version of myself. I was not the best dad, partner, lover. And through that desperation, I started to see anyone who was recommended to me, be it chiro, physio, dry needling, osteo, anything, man. If someone said they knew a yoga instructor who was helping them, I'd be down there to check that out. And I spent heaps of money, and I won't say wasted heaps of time, because I think it was all helpful and beneficial in certain ways, but I didn't have any real breakthrough and make any significant changes until I met one person in particular who's just a beautiful, gifted healer who specializes in DNS and the practice of that, dynamic neuromuscular stabilization. It's a study on infants and babies growing into infants and what it takes to build all those necessary structures and connections through muscles and breath, and really progress off laying on the floor and then crawling and walking and running and jumping and that sort of thing. And that, coupled with many other teachings and learnings, got me to where I am now. And of course, the lead on from that is you become a better snowboarder and you become a better dirt biker. And there's so many kick-ons because you're happy, you're fit, you're strong, you're capable, you turn up a better worker, you turn up a better husband, you turn up a better dad, and everything really. It's all part of your life. So the next progression for me, I'd spent the best part of 5 or 10 years just working on myself and trying to get myself as good as possible. I started to get fitter and stronger, and I was wondering, how fit and strong am I going to get here? And so I was very much focused on myself, and to a point where I was looking for the next part of my journey, and I was encouraged by my peers and to take on that next step in my progression, which was to stop focusing on myself as much and to start helping other people. And then when you stop looking internally and you start to look out, then it's endless. And I'm in a position now where I'm spreading that out and passing that knowledge back through, and I'm in a place to give, and I'm super stoked on that. And I'm working with people now and they're happy, and then I get the phone calls where they ring me and they tell me how their life is changing and they're feeling new things in their body, and they're bumping into people who aren't recognizing them because they're having these significant changes. And it's like all these other breakthroughs that I've already experienced circling back around and coming back to me. And it's beautiful. It's a good place to be in, and I'm stoked about that situation. So people contact me through the app Space to Grow. You jump on, you watch a video, you contact me privately. I'm happy to have a chat anytime. I explain any questions that you might have about any of the stuff that I've talked about here today. Happy to go further into that anytime. We personalize it a bit. We talk about you and what's bothering you and why you've made contact with me and what your goals are and what your purpose is, your why. Like, why are you here? Why are you reaching out to me? So we personalize that, me with you, and then, we look at one-on-one sessions. From the individual one-on-one sessions, we progress into group sessions. Those are sick because there's other people there. We're all bouncing off each other. The energy goes high. We do all the work that we need to do and make sure that everyone's progressing along really well. Yeah, we get an opportunity to chat, get to know each other, and we're all just like each other. There's heaps of similarities. We've all got stuff in common. Everyone's always excited to progress into the next group as well, because you start off doing what seems pretty simple, and then progressively it gets more fun. We increase the challenges, we increase the load. It starts to get really playful. It becomes really just tailored to who's there on the day, and that's a sick part about it. I enjoy that. Everyone enjoys it, and it's good just to get together and be positive and influence each other in different directions and chat about what everyone's feeling and stuff. Yeah, so if you're interested, reach out to me. We'll talk about booking a session. Look, the goal is just to be bomb-proof, to be durable, to be able to take a hit, to be able to get out there and play with your kids and live in a body that lasts. And I think we all want that. Who doesn't want that? If you're not growing, you're dying.